Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the bonus disc that comes with my copy of 3 Extremes, the full-length version of the short Dumplings from 2004, directed by Fruit Chan and starring Bai Ling and Miriam Chinhua Yoon. This is why we didn't talk about the short version of Dumplings in 3 Extremes last episode, because we have a full-length version to talk about and compare and contrast with the short version in this episode. In Dumplings, a rich woman tries to attain youthful rejuvenation through eating a very specific type of dumpling. First, spoiler warning. It is basically impossible to talk about this movie in any detail without revealing that the meat is, in the interest of the more sensitive and the TikTok community guidelines, we'll just call them schmishmortage schmeatuses. And although it is impossible to talk about dumplings without revealing that, I would have been very interested to have been able to watch this full-length version first without knowing about what's in the dumplings. Add to that although the movie never hides the secret ingredient, it never has that scene where they pull out the rug and reveal the secret ingredient for the main character and the audience as a M. Night Shyamalan-y sort of twist. I really appreciate that, as I, by and large, detest Shyamalan's twists and his films in general. But enough about that twit, for now. The obvious difference between the short and full-length version of Dumplings is that the full-length gets to spend more time establishing the story and more characters than we got in the short. Like the husband, Mr. Lee was really more of a footnote in the short version. However, the real difference between both versions is the ending, and although the ending of the short is a more in-your-face attempt at shocking you, the ending of the full-length version is, pardon my choice of words, deliciously conceived and executed. I'm definitely a bigger fan of the full-length version than I am of the short, which isn't a huge surprise. I think most people would be, simply because it's more content. And if you watched the short version and thought, yeah, they can do more with that, well, here you are. Another hour's worth of Aunt May and Mrs. Lee's not-so-wacky Schmeatus misadventures. I would definitely recommend watching the full-length version first, though, because I think it's a much more different experience, it being your first exposure, from the experience you'll have if you watch it after the short version. You can still purchase the 2-disc special edition DVD of 3 Extremes if you'd like, which includes this full-length movie on the second disc, but if you can't find that anywhere, they do sell the full-length Dumplings on DVD on its own too. I give this film a well-deserved A, and you can join me next episode when I talk about Rob Zombie's 3 from Hell, which is most assuredly not quite a grade A product. See y'all then.